Where is this happening? Where's this dude hanging out? Listen, I'm not claiming I'm like the most buff dude out there, but I'm in pretty good shape. And when I walk into places, no one treats me like I'm a wild animal. It doesn't happen. And these dudes act like we don't have American football, hockey, the UFC, boxing. There's nothing but masculine men in masculine sports happening in this country, and no one, absolutely no one, is treating men who are capable and dangerous and built up like they're caged animal. So who the fuck is this guy hanging out with?
Why not?
So if you watched my last video, you saw at the end of my rant about the ignorance of MAGAs and all this stuff going on with Ghislaine Maxwell, I said I was going to my nephew's football game. I did, and I wanted to report to you guys, my nephew went off. He had 5 touchdowns in his football game. But that's beside the point. I bring up my nephews because I have 2 daughters. I've done the best that I can to raise them in the best way that I can. But I also have nephews. I don't have sons myself, but I do have nephews. One thing I know about teenage kids, boys especially, is that between the ages of like 12 and 21, they're the most impressionable. Like that's the time where they're more likely to be manipulated and turned on by things that, you know, we would rather them not be interested in. And now that I've become more acquainted with Andrew Tate, a lot of the dudes that I come across on social media, it makes sense now. Many of them are trying to carbon copy what Andrew Tate did because they saw that it works. One thing, and I make this video to say that, please watch your young boys, your girls too, but watch your young boys because they seem to spend more time online in the video game culture, the social media culture that is out there to try to manipulate them. And I'm coming across these dudes who are just really trying to do what Andrew Tate did because, again, scams work. When you see a scam or someone trying to perpetuate a scam and you think it's absurd, you're like, who would fall for this? It's not because those scams don't work. It's because you're not their target audience. For most of these dudes, their target audience is your 12 to 22-year-old sons and nephews and so forth. And I came across this dude and I made a video about him, you know, a couple of months ago, but at that time I wasn't as acquainted with Andrew Tate as I am now. And now it completely makes sense. Like, this dude is trying to stand out in, like, he's like, you know, like, looks like he's this unplugged, rugged dude. He's out in the country and he's like, you won't believe what I just read. Can you believe what I just found out? And it's all a grift. It's all a grift. Like, I'm going to let you watch a little bit of what this dude is talking about, break some of it down, but he's talking about like how men are supposed to be rugged. We're supposed to be dangerous. And the government's trying to take that away from us. And if you want to be rugged and dangerous, you gotta hit me up in my DMs so I can train you. Like, I'm not kidding you right now. Watch the video.
Let me tell you something. Men are not supposed to be weak, but everywhere you look, weakness is the norm. And when a man shows up who is built, who is strong, who is dangerous, who is capable, people treat him like he's out of place, like he's some sort of wild animal.
Where is this happening? Where's this dude hanging out? Listen, I'm not claiming I'm like the most buff dude out there, but I'm in pretty good shape. And when I walk into places, no one treats me like I'm a wild animal. It doesn't happen. And these dudes act like we don't have American football, hockey, the UFC, boxing. There's nothing but masculine men in masculine sports happening in this country, and no one, absolutely no one, is treating men who are capable and dangerous and built up like they're caged animal. So who the fuck is this guy hanging out with?
Here's the truth. It shouldn't be shocking. That should be the standard. And what's actually shocking is how the government has engineered weakness into men. They poison the food supply with seed oils and sugar and chemicals that absolutely fucking destroy your hormones. They flood the environment with plastics and toxins to choke out your testosterone. They push drugs and screens to keep you docile, to keep you distracted, to keep you fat. And then they sell you the fix, right? Therapy, antidepressants, pills to numb you, coping strategies for a life that they broke on purpose.
Listen, I'm not here to defend the government and the amount of chemicals they allow in our foods, but I'm here to say this. It's not to weaken men. It's not to make you docile and weak. And, dude, you people like you, vote for the party that continually allows companies to put chemicals in our food because of capitalism. So this whole rant is a waste of our goddamn time because you're going to go and vote for the party that continually does exactly what you're ranting against right now.
The simple truth is this. Strong used to be the standard. Capable used to be expected. Dangerous used to be respected.
I know it seems like I'm repeating myself, but I have to make this perfectly clear. No one, absolutely no one is against you being strong. No one, absolutely no one is against you being capable. And I'm going to need him to elaborate on this whole dangerous used to be. I can't even say it. I can't. Dangerous used to be respected. What the fuck is he talking about? Where do these guys come from? Are women giving birth to these dudes out in nature and just handing them a camera phone and going, go do it, go tell them? What the fuck is wrong with these people? My goodness. But here comes the best part. Here comes the grift. The whole entire minute and 40 seconds you watched before this last 20 seconds was for this last 20 seconds. It was all the buildup. And as funny as we think it is, as much as we watch this, a lot of you men and women who are watching this video right now are looking at this dude thinking, what a fucking idiot. There are a lot of young dudes, young kids out there who just started lifting weights, have barely reached puberty, got no muscle and everything. They're listening to this guy's voice who's like, dangerous used to be dangerous used to be respected. They're listening to that whack ass voice and looking at this dude in his freaking trucker hat with the bill down to here and his white t-shirt on with the deep V. And they're thinking, yeah, I need to be, I want to be that guy who's, strong is expected, capable is understood, dangerous is, yeah, seriously, here comes the grift.
You don't need to go to the gym 6 hours a day, man. You don't need to be a bodybuilder. You need discipline. You need standards to operate your life by. You need to reject the system that wants you neutered. And when a man walks into a room built like that, he turns heads. Respect shifts. The energy changes. And that's not vanity. That's reality. That's what happens when you break free from the machine that was designed to weaken you. And if you're done being a pawn in their agenda and you're ready to reclaim the presence that men like us were meant to carry, you're done being just another casualty in their war on men, and you're ready to fight back the only way that matters, which is by becoming strong, capable, dangerous. I'll work with you one-on-one, brother. Not some cookie-cutter trainer, I'll tell you that much. Not some life coach, not a fucking therapist. A man who's already walked out of the system that they built to keep you weak. A man who can hand you the protocol so that you can do the same with your life. And I don't take everyone. I don't have time for half-in, half-out bullshit. But if you're serious, send me a message on here. It's never too late, brother. But the time is now. Now let's get out there and fucking win.
I'll work with you one-on-one, brother. He has the secret to dangers used to be respected. He's got the secret to that. He's got you. That's you need him too. And he doesn't work with anybody. I don't work with anybody. I turn motherfuckers down. He's got no clients, all right? I'm just telling you, he's got no clients. That's why he's saying things like, I don't work with everybody. Gotta go through a rigorous training to work with me. So I'm dangerous, not respected. Stupid. Goodness gracious. Unfortunately, some people fall for this. And this dude's he's the Temu Andrew Tate. He's just getting his start. He's just trying to get his feet wet. He's been making these videos for days now where he's out in the country. He's like, you won't believe what I just read. They're trying to take the man out of man. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy that I don't have such fragility that I have to try to grift off of 12-year-old boys by telling them you could be just like me if you just work as hard as I do and, get up in the morning and drink your raw milk and all that kind of shit. These people are horrible. Straight up horrible people. And it's always a grift. And this dude, he's just getting his feet wet, trying to see what works, throwing shit against the wall and hoping it sticks. I mean, that's what's going on here. So please watch your kids, watch their online, footprint, because dudes like this are preying on them. They're literally preying on them. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.